Give your team list. Both the teams, please.
ഒരു വണ്ടിയുടെ ഈച്ച് ആൻഡ് എവറി കോർണർ, ബമ്പർ, എഞ്ചിൻ, ഗിയർ ബോക്സ്, അതുപോലെയുള്ള ഇന്റീരിയർ പാർട്സ് എല്ലാത്തിനും ക്യാപ് സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ഓരോ വണ്ടി നിങ്ങളെ മുന്നിൽ എത്തിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതാണ് ക്യാപ് സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ.
ഏറ്റവും ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ടെക്നോളജി ഉപയോഗിച്ച് മൈന്യൂട്ട് കംപ്ലൈന്റ് വരെ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഓരോ വണ്ടിയും പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ മികച്ച രീതിയിൽ വണ്ടി കൊടുക്കാൻ നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ട് സാധിക്കുന്നതാണ്.
So we value our customers, their happiness and their consent. That's why we proudly introduce CAPS Assured, the most innovative parameter to achieve our customers' needs.
ആയിരിക്കുമല്ലോ അല്ലേ?
അല്ല, കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി നാച്ചുറൽ. ഹൈഡ്രേറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കാൻ പപ്പായ, സ്കിൻ ഡാമേജ് മാറാൻ ഇരട്ടി മധുരം, തിളക്കം കൂട്ടാൻ കുങ്കുമപ്പൂവ്, കരിവാളിപ്പ് മാറാൻ ആട്ടിൻപാൽ.
ഇത്രയും സാധനങ്ങളോ? അത് നാച്ചുറൽ?
യെസ്, MS നാച്ചുറൽ സ്കിൻ കെയർ ഓയിൽ. നേച്ചറാണ്, നാച്ചുറൽ ആണ്.
ഇത് 2 കൊല്ലം മുമ്പത്തെ എൻ്റെ അവസ്ഥയാണ്. ആൻഡ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ അവസ്ഥ നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് നോക്കി, രണ്ടും തമ്മിലുള്ള വ്യത്യാസം കണ്ട. കുറച്ച് ദിവസം മുമ്പ് ഞാൻ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്ത അനിയത്തിന് ബാംഗ്ലൂരിൽ പഠിക്കാൻ കൊണ്ടാക്കാൻ പോണ റീലിൽ ഞാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യണ ഹെയർ ഓയിലിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് കുറെ പേര് അത് കണ്ട് ഇതേത് ഓയിൽ ഇത് എനിക്ക് അയച്ചു തരുമോ എന്നൊക്കെ കുറെ പേര് ചോദിച്ചായിരുന്നു. ഗൈസ്, അപ്പൊ ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ആണ്. ഇത് MS-ന്റെ നാച്ചുറൽ ഹെയർ ഓയിലാണ്. കുറെ ഹെയർ ഓയിലും ഷാമ്പൂ ഒക്കെ ട്രൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടും എന്റെ മുടി കൊഴിച്ചിൽ മുമ്പ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ ഇത് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ കുറെയൊക്കെ ഹെയർ ലോസ് കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാനും ഡാൻഡ്രഫ് കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാനും ഇതിനെ കൊണ്ട് പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ നല്ല ഉറക്കം കിട്ടും, നല്ല കംഫർട്ടും. ഇത് നാച്ചുറൽ ഇൻഗ്രീഡിയൻസ് ഒക്കെ വെച്ച് ഉണ്ടാക്കണ കേരള മെയ്ഡ് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് തന്നെയാണ് ഗൈസ്. അതായത് നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ തന്നെയാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ ജസ്റ്റ് അവരുടെ പേജ് ചെക്കൗട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി, അപ്പൊ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റും. ഇത് മാത്രമല്ല കുറെ അധികം പ്രോഡക്ട്സ് അവർക്കുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ ലക്ഷക്കണക്കിന് ഇതൊക്കെ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് റിസൾട്ട് കിട്ടിയവരും അവരുടെ ഭാഗത്തുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് വേണം, മോർ ഡൗട്ട്സ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ അവരുടെ പേജ് ഈ ഒരു റിലീസ്റ്റ് മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പൊ അതിൽ കയറിയിട്ട് ചെക്കൗട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. മറ്റു പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഓർഡർ ചെയ്യാം. ആൻഡ് ഇത് ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ ഫ്രീ ഡെലിവറി അവൈലബിൾ ആണ് ഗൈസ്. സോ ചെക്കൗട്ട്.
We will treat you well. Astor Men's Hospital, Calicut.
Do you ever wake up feeling like you have been sleeping on rocks? Did you wake up thinking, did I sleep or just lay on for 8 hours? Do you ever feel like your bed is working harder than you to keep you awake? Ever woke up with backache that makes you question if you're 80 years old? That's probably due to your mattress. Want the solution? Try our mattress now and wake up feeling refreshed.
MPL it is the call, and the toss won by Liquid Events JCC. They will be going to bat fast. The winning captain, Mr. Nisar PT. What is your opinion regarding you have won the toss and a very good climate here and the first match of the day? What is your game plan as well as what is your suggestion?
Alhamdulillah, we won the toss and it's a part of the game anyway. And the same team is there and we'll go with same rhythm, inshallah. Ultimately, we will win the match, inshallah.
Thank you very much, the winning captain. Now the toss losing captain, Mr. Sair Ali. Already you have lost the toss. What will be your game plan? Might be changed. That's why you can tell what was your game plan and what are the changes you are doing today.
There is no changes on the team, so that boys are ready. Then we aim to restrict the runs. At least try to keep it less than 100 score. Then we try to, so make it really trying too hard to enter to the semi-final.
Thank you both the captains and all the best for both the team captains. All the best for both the captains.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. No.
We have to start the game within 10 minutes. We have 10 more minutes. Fielders and batters, please be ready within 10 minutes. YouTube teams are ready. Scorers ready. Umpires ready. Commentary also ready. Now the batting team to get in as well as fielders to be set. Please be ready within 5 minutes. Please. Jabir, everything is set. You can have fielders. Fielders can set the field, please. Fielders can set the field. ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻമാരെല്ലാവരും റെഡിയാണ്. ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് ഫീൽഡിൽ ഇറങ്ങി ഫീൽഡ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതാണ്. ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻമാർ റെഡിയാണ്. എംപയർസ് റെഡി, കമന്ററി റെഡി, സ്കോറർ റെഡി, യൂട്യൂബ് റെഡി, എവറിത്തിങ് ഈസ് റെഡി നൗ. ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് പ്ലീസ് സെറ്റ് ദ ഫീൽഡ്. Today we have Mr. Jabir Saleh, tournament convener, Mr. Akhtar, executive member, then Mr. Tebil, tournament committee member, who is controlling the matches today. First match. All the best for committee members and also all the best for both the teams. ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് ഫീൽഡിൽ ഇറങ്ങി സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതാണ്. നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഡിലേയിലേക്ക് പോകും. നമ്മൾ നല്ല ക്ലൈമറ്റ് നമ്മൾ മുതലെടുത്തേ മതിയാവും.
Check 1 2 3.
ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതാണ്. നമുക്ക് ടൈം ഓൾറെഡി നമ്മളെ ക്ലൈമറ്റ് മുതലെടുത്താൽ മതിയാവും. അമ്പേഴ്സ് റെഡിയാണ്, ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻമാർ റെഡിയാണ്. ഫീൽഡേഴ്സ് ഒന്ന് പെട്ടെന്ന് ഫീൽഡ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുകയാണ്.
A very warm welcome to everyone around the ground. It's another fascinating day, day 5 in MPL Season 8. MPL Season 8 being conducted at WAYANAD Cricket Stadium. A very picturesque stadium, as you can see, surrounded by lush greenery, mountains, and the weather is picture perfect to begin the day today. And we are into day 5 with MPL Season 8 heading into the final stages. I would like to thank certain contributors, sponsors who made this happen at WAYANAD Cricket Stadium for us. Heading into Season 8, the title sponsor is MS Natural Ayurvedic. Supporting title sponsor, Allied Group. Co-sponsors are Cash Plus, Cap Index, Grave Art, Soba Resto Plus, Nira Nai, Aster Mims, Parisons, Sangeet Ice Cream. Voting sponsors, Alliance, Lego Aliabad, Disco Agencies, Hayat Vayanadan Jiragashala, Indo Electricals. Gifts are sponsored by Carve, Blade, Calbro, KMH Agencies. And our digital partner is Caps. I thank each of these contributors and sponsors from our end. A heartfelt thanks for enabling us in hosting this tournament. And with that, we head into the day 5 schedule. First match between JCC and DCC. TCC is Turf CC. And JCC Masters is Juvenile Cricket Club Masters. We're heading into day 5, the first match. The toss won by JCC Masters, and they've elected to bat first. In comes the batsman. One of them, destructive Jin shot, being joined in by the classes Safayat walking into the middle. And for TCC, we have a tall and lanky bowler who will be beginning the proceedings. Beautiful day to play cricket. The sun beaming down. Not too hot, not too cold. A great weather that all of these players will enjoy to begin the day with. The ball will nip around a bit, especially with the conditions being cold. And on the other hand, it's not too sunny as well. So it will definitely help the bowlers in terms of moving the ball around. Also, not too cold for the batsmen to get going too. And what kind of a start are we looking at? First delivery coming over the wicket. Day 5 begins with a Jaffa. What a delivery that it did pitch short but moved into the batsman so well. Well, he was expecting that to be on the 5th or 6th stump line, but it moved so well into him and he never had an opportunity to get bat on ball. Second one moving in. This time he makes the adjustment and struck it away to the boundary on fine leg. Opens the account for day 5 and for himself as well as JCC is Jinshad. The first 4 of the day as well as the innings. Well, good adjustment from Jinshad. First time he didn't expect that to come towards him. The second time round he made the adjustment, ensure that he came inside the line of the ball and struck it away to the fine leg region. Well, the bowler is still pitching short. He has to go a tad bit fuller. He has to hold on to that shape. If it doesn't, it will continue going down the leg side. And everything that's sprayed down the leg side can get peppered away with this man on strike. Again, a shorter one. It's given a wide by the umpire. A little too short for the umpire's call. He says you've exceeded the limit. Given a wide and the first bounce announced to the bowler as well. Two shot again. Put away towards square leg. Again for another beautiful shot. It's too short, says the umpire. But not as short as giving a second bounce. Considering 2 bounces allowed, it also is well within the reach of the batsman's shoulder, is the umpire, therefore not given. Swing and a miss, another bouncer. Well, he's keeping it too short. Tahir, he has to go fuller if he has to make use of the conditions, especially down the ground. Enable yourself by giving a long on, long off and then go fuller. That will be the best way to go. If you're bowling short, at least a square leg. Another beautiful delivery, but too short again. He bowls that tad fuller, he will induce the edge that he was looking for. He stays short, it's going to be put away towards the leg side, especially with an open field. He's challenging the batsman to go for it. Trying to bring that plot in, get a wicket. Again moving into the batsman. Excellent. As a run out appeal, is that given? Yes, given. It has been given, not called by the umpire as an over. Jinshad is in all sorts of trouble. Well, excellent stuff that from the keeper. He was waiting for Jinshad to walk out. And as you can see, it almost went on to the stumps. He just walked out without any appeal to the keeper or the umpire. Therefore, it's been called a wicket. Well, the bowler will be happy, but the man who's done the trick for the team is the keeper. Well, the umpires are sticking to their decision, so it is given out. It's given out. There cannot be too many appeals. Ideally, that pick-up and throw was right on cue and on bails by the keeper. It was fabulous. Very good awareness from the keeper. And the batsman caught off guard. I request the batsman to walk off. It's a fair appeal from the team and they've already declared it out, the umpires. That was a fair appeal, says the umpire, and given. I request the batsman to walk off and the captain of JCC, please, we would like you to intervene. New batsman walking into the crease is Hidayat. A very dangerous customer walking back is Jinshad. Well, he was playing very well yesterday. He was on a blazing form. Unfortunately, today didn't have the wits about him and is walking back. So with his first strike and the end of the first over, scorecard reads 9 for 1. You've got a new bowler introduced into the attack. Azim's the new man. Starts off with a short one down the leg side too. Should be given a wide by the umpire. Seeks the body, says the umpire. Therefore, it is not a wide. And great stuff from JCC. They've begun with 9 runs of the over, the first one. If they continue to do that, they will end up somewhere around 120, 130. As well bowled. Great stuff from Azim. Second delivery, he's made a good choice for himself, coming over the wickets, bowling well. Well bowled from Azim, keeping it really tight. First one was wayward, the second isn't. Good shot. Single taken. Playing it on the up. Excellent bowling It seems like on the line, just moving away, but he's having that length taken to himself. I think that length is perfect, asking the batsman to drive it. Hurrying down the leg side again. His length has been perfect. It's just that he's not been able to bowl on lines. The light lines can really fetch him good wickets. Excellent bowling that. Asking the batsman to go for it, and Hidayat going for it for sure with that length, but not able to get bat on ball. Straight to the man at cover. Chance of a run out, and direct hit could have sealed it. Nevertheless, it's a good shot for a single. After the end of 2 overs, scorecard reads 13 for 1. Shot one again to begin with. Second time in the first over also he did the same thing. Bowling it too short, and even the second over he begins with a shot one. Good shot straight to the man at point, and he drops it. That was a sitter, was coming at some pace for sure, but should have taken it. That is a big wicket missed away. Would have been another wicket for them. It was straight to the man, and he drops it. That is a sin, especially when it's a sitter. Tucks it away for a single towards the offside. Not using the conditions very well is the bowler. He's trying to keep it too short. All he has to do is go faster and fuller. Will help him in terms of using the conditions a bit more. The ball can still nip around. There's some amount of wind blowing through. That's much better. However, he stays in line. Well, the length was much better. However, stays in line, goes for 4 runs. Fine leg region. While they're making it count, JCC will take it in any form it comes their way. And the best thing to look forward for are those extras, the freebies. That's well bowled. That's much, much better. Line and length. The line can still be corrected. However, the length is apt for an opener. Asking the opener to drive it. At least the top three will continue to look at it that way. Again, only a single taken. Good running between the wickets. After the end of 3 overs, the scorecard moves on to 20 for 1. 2 overs bowled by Sahir, and 1 by Azim. Not too many runs being leaked by these bowlers, keeping it under 7 runs per over in a power play, and that's absolutely the best start that they can ask for. They also had the opportunity to get another wicket, which was dropped by the fielder. Had he taken that, it would have been 20 for 2 now. Oh, that was almost an edge induced. Good bowling. Ball a second over Azim. Started off well. Given away 4 runs in the first over. The second one, he starts off with a dot delivery. However, this time the second delivery has been pushed away towards the square leg. He was trying to stay low and keeping his head down, resting that towards the square leg region. That's good shot from the batsman. So important that you keep the head down while playing that shot. Otherwise you could lose shape and end up giving a catch to fine leg. That's bad batting, not really great foot movement. Well, he should have been moving his foot. He gets stranded in the field, not able to get to the pitch of the ball to drive it, just backing away and banking on his ability to connect it with his foot movement again. Second time round, he's missed the same delivery. He should be coming forward for that. Trying a little too hard to smack it away. Hidayat, not able to get any connection on it. Should be moving forward in his stance, trying to drive it through the line. The previous delivery, he should have stayed put. This is given a wide. And when you're bowling really well, not to do anything extra, continue bowling the same length time and again. The batsman is already under pressure, nothing extra required. That's an edge. Again, no foot movement. That's exactly what Azim was expecting. But a better field setup could have seen it as a catch. Nevertheless, he's happy with that single, Azim. With that kind of batting stance, you could have a third man shot, fine leg, deep point, and deep sweeper cover. Oh, that's a swing and a miss. He was trying to go big. Safayat typically doesn't do that, but he was enticed to do so. And that's a beautiful end to the over again. After the end of this over, scorecard reached 24. Another 4-run over from Azim. Second time round, he's just given 4 runs in an over. His quota of 2 overs, and he's given away 8 runs. That too in a power play over is amazing. For a bowler of his caliber, he should be giving some lesser runs, not giving away too many freebies as well. He's been bowling exactly where he wanted for most part of the over. end of 4 overs. Moving at about 6 runs per over is JCC. JCC Masters had won the toss and elected to bat first, but not going their way the first few overs. The swashbuckling batsman Jinshad, who had a great show yesterday, not able to replicate that today. He's lost his wits for a moment and ensured that he tried as much as possible to get it away for a single. He missed out. The missed chance also was for the opener. A catch being dropped, and the most important batsman at the top already back in the hutch. Not looking great. They're threading at about 6 runs per over. Coming back, the 5th over, fielding restrictions lifted. We've got the field spread. New bowler is Nistar. Tall man Nistar can extract bounce, but he should still continue to bowl fuller. The ball is still moving around a bit. He's got deep cover and deep backward point. It's a good field setup, especially when you're trying to bowl fuller. Or that takes an inside edge and runs away towards the fine leg. A French cut for a single. Gets off strike, Hidayat. On strike is Safayat. This is the man that JCC will be banking on. He can go big during the power play overs, but that off, he can definitely be a classist. That's well bowled, slower in the air, but beats the batsman. Good start for Nistar, not giving away any weight the first time round. Second time, he's bowled a slower one, asking the batsman to go for it. Down the leg side, he tries to compensate that weight, and he doesn't get it right. Spring down the leg side, and they get 2 runs. Good running between the wickets. Trying to compensate, but overcompensated the line, and ends up being a delivery that lands on his ribs. And Safayat deals with that by going down on one knee, pushing it away. That's a swing and a miss. Unnecessary shot that again. No foot movement. Just trying to smack that away from his presence. That's a much better delivery. That is a beautiful delivery for someone who's trying to go for a cross-batted shot and not being able to connect. Well, while the ball is zipping around, he should have gone for a straight bat shot. That's an edge, and like we said, a third man is a good field, a short third man. If someone is going to for a cross-batted shot. Beautiful bowling at the end, not having too much pace, but trying the slower ones has worked out for Nistar. The man walking back is Safayat. Both the openers back in the hut. We've got the number 1 and number 2. That's number 3 and number 4 in the overall are into the batting attack. Their ship needs to be steadied. Looks like we've got a wicket, so that's 2 people gone. And really good bowling from TCC of CC. They've not given away too many runs, although they've given some freebies. And down the leg side, they had also lost a few extras. We're not making too much of a difference at this point in time. Their openers, the destructive openers, are back in the hut, and now it's time for the other 2 to make the difference. Shihab and Hidayat to steady the ship. Shihab played a good knock yesterday. Will he continue to do that today? He did take the team through the crucial middle overs. Will we find him doing the same thing again is the question. And to answer that, we've got Azim picking up the ball versus Hidayat and Shihab. Hidayat on strike. Coming over the wicket for his 3rd over is Azim. 27 out of the end of 5. Just a 3-run over and a wicket from Nistar the previous over. Shot one and put away. Deserved that punishment. Sat up well. And he is bludgeoned that away. Good shot. Good shot from Hidayat. He was waiting for that. And that's a bad delivery to start with. Well, he just gave away 4 runs in each of the previous overs that he's bowled. But he started the 3rd over with a boundary already. Will this be the over where JCC break the shackles? Or will they continue to pound them, TCC? Down the ground, much better from Azim. Well played by the batsman too, just for a single. Getting off strike is Hidayat. That was much fuller than he would have anticipated, but nevertheless, he just gets it off for the single and gets off strike. Being at 28, the scoring run rate not too high, especially with the power play past. It should have been somewhere around 40, 50 if they had to look at a chaseable target of 140, 150 or a target that they couldn't defend. Anything less than that will be an easy one, but great shot. There's a fielder station there, but the timing on that was immaculate from Shihab Ali. Shihab Island. Apologies on that. Shihab Island doing a great job. They keep the strike moving and giving the strike to Hidayat. He's the man who's been there for a while and he expects him to take him through the whole innings. That's a swing and a miss. That is unnecessary from Shihab. Should have stuck to his lines and gone down the ground for a single. Trying too much of a delivery that could have produced a wicket is not the right way to go about it. Especially early on in the innings, but he doesn't care. He gets one out on square leg. 4-4. He's not here to play that waiting game anymore. He's made his intent clear. Here to make some runs, and that's what he does. Doesn't want to stay there till the end and go about it. He's happy to put the good balls away as well. After the end of the over, scorecard reads 38. 38 out of the end of 6 overs. Trading at about 6 runs per over is JCC. And back into the attack. To bowl the second over is Nistar. The first one, he kept it down really well. He just gave away 3 runs in the first over that he bowled. down the ground towards the mid wicket. Chance of a stop, and he does well. He does well there, the fielder. Had to cover a lot of ground, and he did that perfectly. Good return from the deep, ensure it's only 2 runs. Again, good shot. This time towards square leg. 2 runs taken. Good return from the deep as well. Well, the shackles have been broken for sure. The batsmen now are trying to go big. They're trying to force things with every delivery that's passing by. That's a good plot to work on. However, not to get carried away. The previous over, they did get some runs. However, that shouldn't define the whole innings. That's cut away very well. But man stationed there again just for that shot. There's only a single taken. Well bowled by Nistar. He's keeping it very tight. A couple of shots that the batsmen have played were for good deliveries. So no freebies given from Nistar's end, and that's a good way to go about your bowling. Just keeping it very simple and not trying too many things is what he was trying to do. A good shot towards mid wicket, probably coming back for the second. No, Hidayat goes against it. Hidayat looks tired already. You're happy to get a single and not the double. They've made inroads in the previous over, getting some runs off Azim. Well, that's down the ground, a catch dropped. Didn't time it at all, Hidayat. That was a half-batted shot. Doesn't connect it. He was trying to go too early for the slower delivery and ends up almost being caught by the bowler himself. That was too close to cut and ends up being a dot delivery. And another good over from Nistar comes to an end. And after the end of 7, scorecard reads 45 for 2. Doing a good job is TCC, Turf CC against JCC, Juvenile Cricket Club. Well, they kept it very, very tight under the last few overs. The last couple of overs definitely found some runs. But will they continue to do that is the question. And TCC has the firepower to stop that run flow. On the other hand, JCC do boast of some big hitters as well. Will they be able to do that? Or will Turf CC continue what they've been doing well thus far? A beautiful cricket stadium, WAYANAD Cricket Stadium in Krishnagiri here. And it is picture perfect for a long day of cricket. The weather is apt for someone who is trying to bowl towards the batsman with some swing coming into the effect. But if you are a fast bowler, may not be the right conditions unless you make use of it. There's not much of swing on offer, but they definitely have the backing of the wind. Bowl slow through the air, especially the spinners get a lot of purchase from this wicket. But what we've seen throughout the tournament, we are on day 5 of MPL edition 8. What we've seen thus far is that the slower bowlers have had a lot of purchase being taken. They've been able to restrict a lot of teams with their slower deliveries. But we're yet to see a really good pace bowler who can bowl or clock somewhere around 120, 130. If he does, he will get a lot of bounce on this wicket. Yet to see any bowler of that sort who's made use of it. But thus far, it's always been the slower bowlers who made the change to the game. The spinners have tried their best but haven't been able to use their skills to the best of effect. They were only trying to bowl it slower through the air and not get any purchase of the wicket. Not trying to extract that much as well. And that's the day and age of the game. The spinners not treated like spinners anymore. Oh, that's almost taken. Well, that kept low. In Labushang's language, Manas Labushang famously once said during an India-Australia match, or rather England-Australia match, that it kept low in his own style, calling that's a lowie. That's what it was. Well, that's a good shot. Right in between the two fielders. But Nistar cuts it off very well. Good running between the wickets too. Starts off with a short one. A good shot, straight to the man, and a great fielding. Acrobatic attempt from the fielder. That's a swing and a miss. Shamim bowling well. Well, he's made it clear that he's not going to try too many things. He's going to keep it simple and then keep the ball moving around. Well, trying too many things will not work in your favor as well. You end up bowling extras, and that extras can prove costly at the end of the day. And sometimes when you try too many things, you also end up losing your shape and bowl those freebies. The Yorker might end up being a half volley or a full toss. They need to definitely correct that. So Shamim instead opts to bowl just the basics and going around the wicket. I don't think that's a great ploy. Exactly why we were talking about why it isn't a great ploy, because it is going down leg. And all the batsman had to do was just sweep it or ramp it. And with no fine leg, would have gone for 4 easily. There was no fine leg, but nevertheless, after the end of the over, Shamim gets away with that delivery at the end. After the end of 8th over, scorecard reads 48 for 2. Another beautiful over. 48 for 2, trading at 6 runs per over is JCC. They've got 7 more overs to go, and 70 runs from here on will still get them to about 110, 120. And that's a very, very par score to be chasing. Anything over 130, 140 will be great. 48 for 2 after the end of it. Keeping it tight is TCC against JCC. First delivery over the wicket, and he takes an under edge for a single, gets off strike. Is Hidayat. And Shihab's been there for a while as well. I'm sure that he will be looking to go big. He started off with a very, very aggressive intent. Has been calmed down a bit by the bowlers, but will he continue to do that now? Is the question. Yes, he does. Great shot down the ground and a beautiful shot to end that delivery. It was just elegance at its best. That was written class all over that. straight down the ground, going to the pitch of the ball and caressing that so well with that chip for 4 runs. Not trying to overhit it as well. Good shot, gets off strike. Sensible cricket. And this is exactly what is needed during the middle overs. Put the bad ball away and get yourself on the other end when the things are going tough. And the going gets tough, the tough get going, as you have heard. This is exactly what he's looking at right now. Oh, that's another under edge from Hidayat. Good comeback after being carted for a 4. That's a good shot again, but straight to the man, unfortunately, but he had a lot of connection on that. Unfortunately, the placement wasn't that great. Well, I'm intrigued about the field setup. There is no fine leg, none from square until the third man, and the batsman not utilizing that, not trying rams or trying to put the bowler off the mark. That's up in the air towards long off. Wide long off, cuts it off for a single. No, they come back for a second. Good running between the wickets. Shihab is forcing things. And he's done a great job after the end of the over. You've got a continuation from the previous one. "58. A 10-run over the previous one. Good one for JCC. They were trading at 6 runs per over until the previous one. And this one has cost them 10. And they should continue the momentum from here on. Retire. A new batsman walking in, considering that Hidayat is walking back, retired out. And Sajan is the man walking in. Hidayat walks back, has retired out, so that brings in Sajan. And he will be joining in Shihab Island. Shihab's been playing well. There were a couple of shots that he's played and made a cracking sound on the bat the moment he hit them. One towards the square leg region, and this straight chip down the ground was another shot. He just had to time it, then overhit that as well. And did a good job. Sajan at the non-striker's end. Shamim comes back for a second over. Bowled a good one, the first one. He was trying to just stick to his basics, and let's see what he does now. Oh, that's wide. Not great stuff from Shamim. The last time he bowled the first over, last ball was down the leg side too. So he switches over. I think with no fine leg, doesn't make sense when you're bowling around the wicket. There we go, and that's what we were talking about. Shihab makes use of that, and that's game awareness at its best. You know, recognizing that there's no fielder out there, and especially with Shamim bowling the leg stump line, he uses that to perfection. And that's what we've been calling about for some time. The field placement needs to be good enough for the bowler to contain as well. And he should be using his strength to his effect rather than trying too many things and leaking runs. Well done, tucked away for a single chance of run out. Not trying the fielder. Had he gone to the ball quicker, there could have been a run out chance. The fielder doesn't utilize the opportunity. So it's the first time around. It is Sajjan on strike. He will be facing Shamim. First up. Tucked away to cover, chance. The fielder already on his knees. There's no way that he was going for that throw. Well, the most important thing the fielders need to do is stay on their toes. Always try to run as soon as the ball is struck. You need to take a head start the moment the bowler is in his run up. Put a few yards out so that you're ready to get to the ball as soon as possible, especially within the ring. You need to stay on your toes. Pounce on the ball as soon as the ball is struck, because every run out can change the direction of the match. And that's how you stay really active in the field as well, taking those few yards out as soon as the bowler is in his run up. You stay alert, you stay on top of the ball, and then get to it quickly. Oh, what a shot! He was trying to reach too much for it. A chance of a catch, and it's been dropped. Well, a good effort, but should have been taken in the first place. It was good recovery from the man at third man region. After the end of the over, scorecard reads 68 after the end of 10 overs. 68 for 3. Another 10 run over the previous one. The last two overs have been productive for JCC. 10 runs each. Thanks to Shihab Island, they've been able to get a couple of shots away. 5 more overs to go. 68 is the score. 68. Shihab on strike. Slower one in the air. Well bowled. It's only a single. Gets off strike. Shihab hands it over to Sajjan. Coming over the wicket to Sajjan. That's down the leg side, running away to the fence. A long chase for the fielder. Good throw, ensures it's only 2 runs. Takes the leg, says the umpire, so it's leg byes. And running away too quickly for the fielder, but makes that long chase look easy. Just 2 runs of that delivery. And over the wicket again. So 1 cut away. That was an awkward attempt from the fielder. He slipped and takes one on the body. He takes one for the team on the shoulders. I hope he's all right. We may have to check on after the over. A good shot from Shihab. Well, he was trying to go towards the long off region, considering that it was a tad shorter, but he recognizes that it was too full and changed his shot. That's good adaptation. Adapted pretty well, and that's another single. These two folks are doing it well. They're not trying to do too many fancy things, not trying to go for those big shots, keeping it simple on the merit of the delivery and putting the bad ones away. That's the trademark of this innings between these two folks, or rather the partnership. and he puts it away a long way. That is massive from Shihab Island. It looks like he was trying to send that to a different island from here. Smacked it out of the park on one knee, slog swept. That for 6 runs. After the end of the over, scorecard reads 80. 80 for 2. A 12-run over the previous one. This is turning out to be a good period for JCC. The last 3 overs, they've consistently scored about 10 runs per over. And this is exactly what they were looking for. And the man responsible for that is Shihab Island. Well, that was a beautiful hit. The previous one, he timed it so well. He tonked it a long way. A 12-run over the previous one from TCC. With 4 more overs to go, they're at 80 for 2. They can get around 120, 130 if they tread at the same pace. But they need to get anywhere between 12 to 15 runs per over if they have to get to 150. 120, 130 could be a decent target. But they need to boast of really good bowlers to stop that JCC. On the other hand, they'll be happy about 130, 140. More than happy, in fact, to get to that. Sajjan on strike. Well bowled from Shamim, coming back for his 3rd over. That was a good delivery. No chance for the batsman to go for a big hit, and this one he tries. 2 good deliveries to get off the over. Just 1 run off the second one, and the first one being a dot. This is the kind of bowling that they will require, not trying too many things out. But on the other hand, Shihab's been playing well. Well, let's see what he does. That's a good shot towards square. And much better fielding required. That should have been stopped. What a great shot from Shihab. Although it didn't have the legs to go to the boundary before the fielder made it. It's just that the fielding attempt wasn't great. It's up in the air. An excellent catch. What a catch from the man at 3rd man. Diving to his right, and that was really necessary. Oh, the man walking back is Shihab, and there needed to be one effort of that nature to get rid of this man. And that was nothing less than fabulous. That is a stupendous catch from the man at 3rd man. When flamboyance meets acrobatics, That was what happened the previous delivery. The flamboyance from Shihab ended by that acrobatic attempt from the fielder. Incredible that from the man there. And the man who picked up that catch was Juvi, alias Juvaid. What a good catch from that man. Will that be the turning point of the over? Well, he bowled it slower in the air this time around, Shamim, and was going down the leg side, says the umpire. And gets off strike, the new batsman. Nofil gets off strike. He also played a good part yesterday. Shihab and Nofil had a great partnership yesterday. And today it's the time for Sajin and Nofil to continue where Shihab left it. Well played, tucked it away for a single again. Playing on the merit. But will this be the change in fortunes for TCC? They had leaked some runs away in the last three. This one turned out to be a great over. 87, a 7-run over this. And the loss of a big wicket in the form of Shihab Island. Now it's time for Nofil and Sajan to take things up and carry the baton. But will they be up to the task? Or will TCC turn it around with that wicket? But that was a big fish in the net for TCC. They were hoping that they would get that sooner than later. 87, 12 gone, 3 more to go. Full toss to begin with, and that is running away to the fence. No way stopping that. It is 4 runs. That was a loosener. That was a loosener from the spinner. Waleed's the bowler. Starts off with a full toss. Lucky that it didn't go for 6 runs. Straight to the man, it covers and he's dropped it. Another big fish could have been back in the net. It was straight to the man at covers and he's dropped it. Should have been taken. Good comeback from Waleed. He was trying to move the ball around. It's always difficult for the right hand batsman to face a left arm spinner. When it moves around, when it goes away from the batsman, it's always that uncanny feeling for the batsman that it is turning more than what it is. And he ends up playing it too soft or too hard. That's where the wickets flow for the left arm spinners. That's well bowled. And the line and length generally from a left armer around the wicket is floating away from the batsman. And when it is not in your eye line, it feels like you're playing away from the body. And that creates the effect for the batsman. That it is going away more than it should be, or it is right now. Given a wide by the umpire. Not a happy call that for the bowler. a shot that was launched into the sky and went like one. A rocket that up in the air. It goes up, up and away for 6 runs. That is a beautiful shot. And put across in style by Knopfel. Went on one knee and blasted past. Again, tries to go out on one knee. Recognized it was not too full. Ends up playing on a crouched knee. When the over was an expensive one, the previous over. 100 after the end of 13 overs. 2 more overs to go. And that was an expensive over, the previous one. While they've been consistently scoring between 10 to 13 runs the last few overs. And that's got them to those total already. Shire comes back to his third over. Beautiful delivery it looked like. It's just the line that was missing. The length very, very good. And the pace generated has been really good too. Let's find out if he bowls a better delivery this time around. He does much, much better delivery, and that is the exact line and length that one will be looking forward to bowl. Had he bowled this kind of deliveries during the first few overs that were bowled in the power play, would have definitely got a wicket for himself. Was too short in the initial overs. Well bowled. It's given a wide by the umpire though. Well, good length for sure. But the line again, erratic, is Shahir Ali. Should be another wide. And it is. Unnecessary extras coming their way. Keeping it tight as the mantra. Trying to do fancy things. Not required. Just stick to your basics. Much better that. But still continues to be a wide. Much better than the previous delivery. But erring in line. Struck that to the man at covers, only a single taken. That was wide and fuller. Very, very good delivery, especially in the fag end of the innings. Very good delivery. He should have been bowling that of the last few things. .105, the current score. Taken away for another single is Sajin. Coming back with the second RA. Trying to come for it and nose. Settling against it. Good throw from the deep. Knopfel on strike. He has the firepower in him to go big. Will he do that against Sahir? It's a good delivery, says the umpire. He's on the lines, shuffling a bit, so not given as wide. Oh, that's a hard swing. Big swing attempted from Nofel. He wanted to put it away towards the cover region. He wanted to just slap that away from his presence. He couldn't do that. It turns out to be a dot delivery for him. That is a much better delivery and takes the edge but doesn't get the required result. Still 2 runs. A good over coming to the end. Scorecard 108. They get another 10-15 runs from here on. They can set up a target of about 120 to 125. Last over to be bowled. And anything between 15 to 20 runs should get them somewhere around 120, 125. One 108. Last over. Nishtar with the ball and well bowled. Good shot down the ground. Will they come back for a second? No, good fielding from Shumim. Chance of a run out, but the wrong end chosen. Should have been at the non-striker's end. That's a swing and a miss. Chance of a run out and he's missed it. The keeper could have taken his own time. The batsman missed the bat as well. That could have been an easy opportunity to get a wicket for himself. Unfortunately, misses out. Good stumping, but not given by the umpire. Says it's not out. What a fabulous last over from Nista. He's doing a great job. Not giving away any freebies in the last over. Nofil trying to go too hard at it. Misses out completely. Pull away towards long on. Only be a single. Coming back for the second. Should be a run out. And yes, it is. Sajan is walking back. It's just a single from the last delivery. After the end of 15 overs, you've got a scorecard of 112 for 5. The target set is 113 in 15 overs. 90 deliveries, 113 the required score for them to get through. And the JCC need to defend that. But good bowling effort from TCC, especially in his star. What a beautiful last over. Just 5 runs, rather 4 runs of the last over. The target is 113 in 15 overs.
ബമ്പർ, എഞ്ചിൻ, ഗിയർ ബോക്സ് അതുപോലെയുള്ള ഇന്റീരിയർ പാർട്സ് എല്ലാത്തിനും ക്യാപ് സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ഓരോ വണ്ടി നിങ്ങളെ മുന്നിലെത്തിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതാണ് ക്യാപ് സർട്ടിഫൈഡ് ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷൻ.
ഏറ്റവും ലേറ്റസ്റ്റ് ടെക്നോളജി ഉപയോഗിച്ച് മൈന്യൂട്ട് കംപ്ലൈന്റ് വരെ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഓരോ വണ്ടിയും പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ മികച്ച രീതിയിൽ വണ്ടി കൊടുക്കാൻ നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ട് സാധിക്കുന്നതാണ്.
So we value our customers, their happiness and their consent. That's why we proudly introduce Cabs Assured, the most innovative
എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ ഇറങ്ങേണ്ടതാണ്. ബാറ്റ്സ്മാൻമാർ എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ ഇറങ്ങേണ്ടതാണ്.
Time for the chase between JCC and TCC. Turf Cricket Club versus Juvenile Cricket Club. Two batsmen walking in is Shabir and Waleed. Shabir is walking into the middle to take strike. Waleed will be at the non-striker's end. On the other hand, JCC will be looking forward to defend the total of 113 in 15 overs. That is 90 deliveries. 113. Definitely a chaseable target. It's all about whether they're able to get to the end or will they finish it quicker. But on the other hand, JCC have a decent firepower from the bowling department as well to stop them from getting there. Nofel to start the proceedings for JCC, and he will be bowling to Shabir. Power play over. Chasing 1-1-3. Start of the chase with Nofel coming over the wicket to Shabir. Starts off with one up in the air and going for 4 runs. Begins with the boundary, Shabir. Well, an early start could have stopped the fielder, but he wasn't ready for it. And immediately brings a change in field. He has a long on in place and deep point. First delivery, 4 runs. That's well bowled. Short run up, but kicks up in the air from good length. One boundary, followed by a dot ball. Third ball from Nofel. Takes an outside edge, stopped by the fielder at third man, putting body behind the ball, but in the most uncertain way. And he stopped it, could have injured himself. Request the fielders to be cautious and be safe. It's just that we're not every day playing in such conditions or in ground, so you might have to be a little more careful when you do that. You can prioritize safety where required for sure. I was straight to Walid and he does not get much bad on it. He was trying to just dab it away. He was in two minds, one to pull it away and the second was dab. Ultimately he ended up dabbing it considering it came faster to him. That's a good shot and it is a great shot. In fact, that goes for 6 runs. Turf CC owning the turf at this point. What a shot that. It was slog, in fact, but slogged it very well. Walid. This time he takes an edge and he's taken. In the most unfortunate way. A lower full toss. He was trying to just pick that away for a single on the offside. Ends up getting an edge. Should have chosen to go over the offside rather than the leg side. He was just trying to dab it away towards mid-wicket rather. Gets outside edge and he has been taken. Fahad is the new batsman. That's the first blood for JCC. They were looking for it for some time. While the first delivery that he faced, he was in double mind. Similarly, the second one, it came to him. He was uncertain. Besides that 6 that he hit it out, he has been a little unsure of his footing. Hidayat is the new man, bowling right arm over. And he will be bowling to Shabir, who kicked things off for the 4. After the end of the first over, 11 for 1. Chasing a target of 113. They've scored 11 runs of the first over. If JCST has to win this, they'll have to keep it very, very tight. $102 required in 84 deliveries. Hidayat picking up the ball, coming right arm over. While the sun is beating down pretty well, the ball will not move here on. But they should be able to make use of a really good spinner. Well, quality spinners will definitely exploit the turf that they have. Goes up in the air and a great catch, missed away. He had enough ground covered. He had the ball in his hand, was not able to stick on to that. He was not able to catch that firmly. Had he held on to that, Safayat could have had a great catch. He covered good enough ground to get there. Unfortunately, he was not able to hold on to it. Lucky reprieve for Shabir. Fahad on strike. Good batting. Getting off strike. Very, very sensible. Recognizing that his partner is going all guns blazing. He's happy to hand off strike. To settle into the groove. And that's what good batsmen do. Down the leg side and a flying attempt from Shihab. Trying to stop that makes no difference, but good fielding in the deep given wide by the umpire. So it's an extra plus a single. 2 runs conceded in the previous delivery and not considered a fair delivery as well, considering it was down the line on the leg side. Swing and a miss. Slower delivery again, making the difference. Not much pace on it. Zipping it very well. Fahad on strike. Again down the leg side, says the umpire. Not reading the line very well there, Fahad. Can strike it big, this man. He connects, it stays hit. The 2 big hitters in the middle for them. Tries to go towards the fine leg. Gets a single off. That should have been put away over square leg with no fielder there. It could have been put away for 4 runs. That's exactly what Shabir does. With that line and length, there should be a square leg in place. Hasn't been the case. And that goes away for 4 runs. Happy for Shabir. And after the end of the second one, 20. 20 on the cards for the loss of 1. Well, trading at 10 runs per over is TCC, going well for them. 78 deliveries. They need to score 93. Required of 78 deliveries and well under the par score for them. Anything about 8 runs per over should get them through. That's a swing and a miss. A huge appeal from the keeper, but given wide by the umpire. Nabil, the bowler, starts with a loosener. Not really required when you are only defending 1-1-3. Short one and straight to the man at point, and he misjudges that. That was coming straight to him. Didn't have to move an inch, but misjudged that, ran to take the catch and missed it completely. Goes for 6 runs. Goes for a big 6 towards the offside. Didn't connect it very well, Fahad. Like I said, even if the ball was miscued, it stayed hit. And that's how powerful he is, Fahad. Did not have to move an inch. It was coming straight to him, the fielder. Takes an edge and runs away to the fence. Unlucky. Unlucky for Nabil. This was a much better delivery. He was trying to reach for it, Fahad. It moved away from the batsman. He continues with the shot and gets an outside edge. Unlucky for the bowler. It goes right in between the third man and the backward point. Lucky for Fahad. He will be a happy man to get that extra runs for the team. Down well played. Denied a single. Well, this is an expensive over thus far. A 6 and a 4 already taken. That's a beautiful shot towards wide, long off. Very well played by Fahad. He timed it pretty well. The sound of the bat reverberating around the ground. Down the leg side. And change of strike. And we have last one of the over coming up. Fahad on strike. Nabil to bowl to Fahad for the last time this over. That's a beautiful shot again. This is in much better control. And that is incredible shot. Well, he timed it so well. And the power taking it all the way. That is an exceptional shot from Fahad. And a maximum to finish the over. 39 after the end of the overs. Expensive one this. 19 run over from Nabil. The first 2 overs cost him 20 runs. The third one almost cost him 20 runs. That's 19 of the third over. 39 for 1. And the man doing most of the damage was Fahad. 2 sixes and a 4 in that previous over. In comes Hidayat to bowl another over. The first time that he bowled it was a 9-run over. Let's find out what he does the second time round. Coming back for the second over is Hidayat. Over the wicket to Shabir. Well bowled, straight down the ground for a single. Last over of the power play. The field restrictions will be lifted after this. And Fahad will be trying to make use of it. He's got a deep sweeper cover and a wide long off in place. Good shot, straight to covers. No run taken. Dot ball. So he will be coming back to Fahad over the wicket. That's towards mid-off and only for a single. He's trying to chip it away. Initially, he thought of going down the ground, didn't get that line well, recognized that it was spraying down towards leg and ends up just chipping it up for a single. Much better bowling from JCC here. Hidayat is bowling a good spell. This over has been really good. He's been bowling it fuller and not giving them too much space to utilize as well. Good enough to zip through the batsman, but not good enough for the batsman to get under the ball. It's good bowling. As well bowled. Fahad not taking any chances. That could have been put away towards mid wicket. Would have swept that for 6 runs, but he chooses not to. He chooses to just defend that for a dot ball. Again, he defended that pretty well, but this time they sneak a single. Good running between the wickets. And this is exactly why the fielder should be on top of their toes. Every single run counts, especially when you're defending a target of 113. 4 overs, 43. Great over this from Hidayat. Just 4 runs of this over. Bowled 2 overs, given away 13 runs. But brilliant second over from the context of the power play. With the power play lifted, we can have the field spread out. 43 in 4 overs is a good start. Going at about almost 10 runs per over is TCC, Turf Cricket Club. MPL Season 8 at WAYANAD Cricket Stadium is being brought to you by International Ayurvedic and digital partner Caps. This is the 8th season in progress. Nizar is the new man chosen to bowl out the 5th over. The man who picked up a hat-trick yesterday. Starts with a slower one. Chance of a run up? No. They do not go for that single. Good call from Fahad. Nizar picked up a hat-trick yesterday, and we have Fahad on strike, who's been in great nick. Down the ground that goes. A great shot. Should be 4 runs. And yes, it is. He's timed that so well for 4 runs. Should have been stopped by the long off fielder, but it was wide enough. He was too wide and was not able to get to that. But great timing on that. It's up in the air, takes the outer edge for just a couple. Took a leading edge, that delivery. Was trying to put it towards mid wicket. Ends up in the square leg region. Well, he's bowling it pretty slow in the air. What Fahad can do if he needs to get runs is back away towards the offside, pull it out towards the fine leg. The other option is to come down the ground. Oh, that's good keeping. Wide given by the umpire. He was wrong-footed. Shihab, he was expecting that to come down the leg side, so he was wrong-footed, ended up collecting that very well. Shihab. Nizar again, this time a full-fledged attempt. Flying to his right was Shihab, but doesn't get much on it. but gets the needed finger to stop that from going for the 4 runs and ends up being a single. Slow one, put away in style by Shabir, and it's not given a no ball, so it is 4 runs. That was a loosener from Nizar. He was bowling extremely well yesterday. Very tight lines, but today he's not been at his best. Last ball of the over coming up for Nizar. Small confusion. Looks like there's counting issues. Last 2 to go. Good shot towards point. Chance of a second. No, they don't entertain the second. Fahad will be raring to go big. Had bowled a decent over besides that 4, but his lines haven't been great. Yesterday it was impeccable, but today it has been par, and it's down the leg side, says the umpire, and leg by given. A full toss missed away by Fahad. Should have put it away for 6 runs. He had all the time in the world to go for it, but trying to go hard at it, and he misses out completely. 57. Five over 57. Another 56 required to win this for Turf CC. MPL Season 8 at WAYANAD Cricket Stadium. Being brought to you by the organizers. They have had ample support from sponsors. Nofil. Shabir on strike. Good shot to point this time. Should only be a single. And yes, it is. Fahad will take strike and will be a happy man to retain that. And 2 balls, 2 runs. You've got a square leg in place. Try to cut it away, Fahad. Good bowling from Nofil. That was quick. That was really quick off the pitch, and Fahad had no chance to get bat on ball. Stood up tall, played very well towards covers. Deep cover, cutting it off. Steps down, Shabir, try to go big down the ground, does not connect well. Had to reach for the delivery. Well bowled by Naufal. He was trying to bowl it towards the wide line so that he does not get hit for a boundary down the line. That's good bowling. He's trying to go across the batsman, ask him to go towards mid-wicket. Well bowled, but equally well played. That is a boundary. Should have been cut away by the fielder there. But extremely good timing on that from Fahad. What a shot. Goes for 4 runs. An 8-run over, 65 on the cards. 6 overs, 65. Trading at almost 11 runs per over. And they're just chasing a target of 113. .48 required in 54 deliveries to win this. It's less than run a ball. 48 from 54. Sajjan's the new bowler. Needs to come over the wicket. .48 from 54. Shabir on strike. Straight to the cover point. That's just a dot delivery to begin with. Good ball from Sajjan. 48 from 53, and that's a good shot. That was a full toss. Could have put it away towards the mid wicket. There was no fielder there. Chose to go towards square leg. Rather, Shabir. Low full toss and could have been put 4 runs towards the mid wicket region. Gets off strike. Shabir and Fahad on strike for the first time. Well played, running away from covers. Good fielding in the deep, coming back for the second. No. Good return ensures it's not the second. Good fielding in the end. Down the ground towards long on, should only be a single. Turns out to be a single and hands it over to Fahad again. Fahad will be trying to go towards the mid-wicket region, considering that he's bowling fuller. Oh, that's up in the air, almost going to the fielder. Well, a few yards away from the point, fielder, the cover point, fielder rather. Shabir on strike. Sajjan to bowl. Coming over the wicket. Oh, that's well bowled. Slower through the air. And Fuller asking the batsman to strike it big. After the end of your brilliant over. Scorecard. .69. Just a 4-run over from Sajjan. Good over that from the bowler. Well, they have a very, very traditional field. For someone who's bowling away from the batsman, coming around the wicket for no fill. Well, if they need wickets, they'll have to get a little more innovative. Try to bowl the slower one on the offside, bring the point fielder to sweep a cover position and bowl that floater so that he can get a wicket. Fahad will be trying to go big for that shot. Anything that's fast and full like this, it will be treated as another half volley by Fahad or Shabir. Street smart cricket from Fahad. He's just handing over strike whenever the difficult balls have come to him. Up in the air, good adjustment by the fielder, but could have been taken. Not starting quickly from the blocks, rather just covers ground horizontally. Round the wicket, down the ground, and well fielded by the bowler himself. Well, they don't have too many risks to take right now. TCC, they can play it easy. 6 or 7 runs. An over should get them through easily. Good fielding attempt from Northwell, but still gets past him. Slower one, well bowled. Shabir just trying to sweep that away towards square leg. This is dealing with singles and doubles, not trying too many things, and that's the best way to go about it. When you're scoring at about 6 runs per over with that, it's good enough to get you to the boundary whenever there's a bad ball, and that bad ball will come through considering that the bowlers will be trying to do something out of the ordinary. After the end of the over, 74. Eight overs down, 74 on the cards. Another 29 required. 39 rather. Apologies on that. 39 required in the next 7 overs. Just a 5-run over the previous one. So now this is almost coming down to run a ball. 39 from 42. Oh, that's a good shot and is going away for 4 runs. Good shot that from Fahad. Excellent batting, spraying down the leg side, and he quietly, not just that, to find leg for 4 runs. Sajjan gives away a 4 in the very first delivery. Fahad on strike. Another delivery that was down the leg side. This time he got away. That was a fuller one. More like a low full toss and on the leg side. This was much easier than the previous delivery, but Fahad misses out. And minor changes in field. You've got deep point Deep cover. Long on, long off. And square leg, but he beats all of them, Shabir. With that edge, he does not time it well. That took an outside edge and ran away to the fence. Unlucky for Sajin. And this was a good delivery, in fact, but not favoring the result that he was anticipating. Well, from the context of the game, this is an expensive over already. They've already conceded 2 boundaries. Up in the air, doesn't connect, falls short of these fielders. There's only a single there for sure. There was never a second. Unless they started off the blocks quickly, which they didn't. Therefore, it was going to be one all the way. Good shot from Fahad. He's timing it really well and uses the power to settles only for a single. That's a good call from Fahad. Does not have to take too much of risk when you are able to maneuver the field very well, which these two batsmen are doing so well. A beautiful take from Sahib. However, it's given wide by the umpire. Shihab Island. Another white ball. 2 wide 0 from Sajin. 87 for 1 in 8.5. Last LV to go. Oh, he comes down the ground. That was a stumping chance. That was a chance for stumping for Shihab. He misses it out. Shihab Island squanders a great opportunity, is what we felt. We have Shabir walking off, retired out. After the end of 9 overs. '87 after the end of 9 overs. Hidayat coming back for his third over. Fahad is playing a great knock for FCC. On the other hand, GCC not able to pick up wickets. That's the biggest drawback they've had. They've not been able to pick up any wickets to take it to the final overs. Third over from Hidayat. And Fahad on strike. He's batting on 43. Oh, that's a beautiful shot! What a cracking hit that! It goes for a great 6. And that is the individual 50, if I'm not wrong, for Fahad. That is the first 50 today in MPL Season 8. Fahad gets to 50 in style. What a cracking shot. Goes a long way that hit over cover point. And he walked down the park and smashed it away from his presence. Hidayat is welcomed back with a 6. It's up in the air and should be 4 runs. Another boundary from Fahad. Excellent stuff from him. Beautiful shot, good shot that from Fahad down the ground. Down the leg side, this is even better. Great batting from Fahad. Picks it up from his legs and puts it away for a boundary. Swept it so well and no chance for any fielder to get there. Great piece of batting. This man is owning the pitch. Well, he's toying around with the bowlers now. And we're almost at the end of the innings. They're chasing 1-1-3. He's already got a couple of boundaries and a 6 here. And another expensive over. That from Hidayat. And he's making the back talk. Fahad. That's individual brilliance from Fahad. This time even better, even longer, and a maximum from Fahad. What great batting. Well. That is 2 sixes and 2 boundaries in the over. 20 runs just in boundaries. 4 deliveries gone and all of them have been dispatched to the fence. He is in some form, Fahad, and it's not easy to keep him down anymore. 6 more required. Will he finish it off with a 6? Yes, he does! That is massive from Fahad, and that is a fabulous hit to the ground. That's exquisite timing on that one, and disappears to the fence. This man has won it single-handedly for Top CC, and on the other hand, JCC will be a dejected team. They chased it down in a hurry. And the last 5 deliveries have been dispatched to the fence by the Murada. Fahad to the boundary. 3 sixes and 2 fours from that previous over. And that is the end of the innings and the match. The victors, Top CC.
What an innings from Fahad Kinsey. I invite Mashood and Taysir. This match, man of the match, none other than Fahad Kinsey. What an innings from Fahad. Boom boom Fahad Kinsey. What a blistering inning from Fahad. 70 from 33 deliveries. Well played Fahad. Well played to CC. Yes! Look at the celebration. They are moved to 3rd position in the table. Fahad playing a winning knock of 70. They were looking to win the match in 11.5 overs, but they have finished it in 9.
And the game changer, Shabir from TCC Liquid. And give it to Juvi for the game changer award from Shabir.
Great gesture from Shabir for that wonderful catch from Juvi. One-handed diving effort from one and only Juvi Kadiri.
Taisir, come forward for the spirited award. Spirited performance from Liquid JCC, Shihab Island. Taisir, hard like Shihab Island and well played. Thank you, Taisir and Mashood. And Fahad Kinsi, what a performance. What's your